Main Street.
Oh.
Yeah, I think.
So you want to do me first and second, or I don't know. I've never been involved in
We
this
can
Scrum
then
before.
together.
Oh, good. It's easier.
Which I'll do,
You
so
might
it'll
even
be an
have
easy
that
shot.
for
Looking good.
Devon, what do you think today went?
I think it was a really good conversation I was having. It's there is progress being made, but I think there's a lot more that we can do to make our transit system better.
What do you think about that back and forth that happened between the both of you and Hawkins? Were you surprised by that, or?
I was a little surprised at how deep you went into some of the outlying information of the debate, some things that maybe weren't directly related to the debate, but it's obvious that we need to have more details and more solid facts. I think that's what Councillor Hawkins was looking for. I think he was just pushing us for details, and we're going to come back with those.
And I was I'm happy to say that we are working on one of the organizations I'm affiliated with is working on a transit study that we're hoping to bring to City Council to answer a lot of the tough questions that Councillor Hopkins asked.
What are your thoughts on the transit fare increases that just got passed?
Well, as we mentioned, we would say, well, we're in favor of them in the fact that they show the city wants to at least put some money into transit. Now, the question is, where should that money be coming from? Should it be coming from us, or should there be more? Should it be coming from the riders, or should the city be subsidizing more, as you've seen with the debate, by more service, offering more service? So the discussion yielded the fact that, yes, we need to put money into this. Is an increase the right answer? Maybe it is to catch up with, as they were saying, a lot of the fares around Canada, around cities our size. But one thing that is clear is that you can't just raise fees. You have to increase service as well if you want to increase the cost recovery. Cost recovery will not come out of simply raising fees. Cost recovery will come out of people using the bus, and the bus system has to be something that people want to ride.
Are students going to be totally happy with having to pay, I think by 2017, $25 more per pass or per month?
I don't think they'll be very happy about it, to be honest. Students get the short end of the stick a lot of the time on stuff like this, but I think that at the same time, as a person that's had the good fortune to go to a couple other cities that have things like Google Maps integration and that have things like really high quality transit services where you're seeing a bus come by every 7 minutes or every 15 minutes, I think that our students are going to be happy to see the city moving in that direction. And I know that that's what I want to see. Now, is the price point right now? I'm not convinced for the level of service that we're receiving. But as long as the city council and this administration, continues to engage with us, who are very heavy users of the transit system, into how it can be improved, then I think that we'll end up at something good at the end of all of it.
What do you think about the staffer's comment that this increase in fares is not going to go towards an increase in service, but rather maintaining what we currently have?
I think that's a standard thing to say. I would be surprised if we didn't see at least some innovation coming out of it. They're always looking for new sort of efficiencies within the system, but it does point to the fact that the city council needs to, as they said several times, make it a priority, and so take not just the new revenue that's going to be generated from this, but also direct some new revenue towards the service.
I think also in that point, citizens are going to need to see evidence of that. Since 2013 or 12, I guess, there's been a 13.6% increase in ridership.
Oh, okay.
Has gone back to general city funds. So I think city has to be accountable in showing that, yes, as this individual said, all of this money that has been generated from this increase in fares has to go back into transit. I think the city is responsible for showing that to citizens and how it's going back in.
Thank you.
And what's both your guys' names with spelling?
David Vanderberg, D-A-V-I-D, Vanderberg, V-A-N-D-E-R-G.
Yep.
Why don't you just look at my website? No, Devon, Peters, Devon Peters.
Gotcha.
Did you remove it from your website?
Regina Greenride Transit.
My campaign website's been off 6 months, but I was kind of impressed when you pulled something from a completely different website and used it.
Yeah, some urban sleuthing going on there.
That's powerful. You didn't figure out that was stuff.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Anything you'd like to add?
Nothing.
It's exhilarating. Just exhilarating.